Welcome to the 18th batch of Peak Performers Grand Finale. My name is Daniel Jacob, and I'm an accredited trainer in MILT Training Foundation. Well, it's our practice to start every session with a prayer. May I request everybody to stand up and join us for a few seconds in a silent prayer.
Yes, ma'am.
Below that, right? Celebrity interviews is equal to no. Celebrity interviews.
Thank you. Please be seated. Well, we are about to witness the grand finale of the recently concluded batch, the 18th batch of Peak Performer Workshop. Well, MILT Training Foundation is a pioneer organization in the field of behavioral science. When we say pioneer, this entire behavioral science training happened from the year 1977 in India, when Aparesh Acharya came down to conduct this program. And Aparesh Acharya introduced the concept of behavioral training in this country, when at that point in time, people were more interested or only knowledgeable about technical training and employability skills training, vocational training. But people did not know that there was something called a soft skills or a behavioral training. So it was Aparesh Acharya who had to first introduce the concept, convince people of the concept, and then conduct training programs. So from 1977 onwards, Aparesh has been conducting the program across 4 centers: Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, and Kolkata. Well, as he was conducting, and I was one of the participants in the year 1988 when he did in Chennai. And I was empowered by this training program, and I became a Miltonian. I took active part in the MILT alumni, and thereby I involved and evolved in this forum, MILT. I was a very shy, timid person, and today I conduct training programs motivating people across the country and across the globe as well. So when this program was happening in the year 2001, Aparesh took me up and trained me to become a trainer. So I became an accredited trainer of Aparesh, being trained personally under him. Now, I led this program from 2001 onwards to 2006. Then in between, I had taken leaves because I wanted to develop other skills as well. So today, MILT flagship training program is the MILT Leadership Course. The MILT Leadership Course empowers participants and transforms individuals. When we say it transforms, it helps people to transcend all the limiting formations. Now, if such a transformation has to happen, it has to be an intensive course, because it is said, old habits die hard. So if old habits have to be broken or transcended, it can't happen in a feel-good program. So therefore, MILT was a very, very tough and intensive training program. Now, having conducted this program of MILT Leadership Course, it so happened in the year 2020, in the month of March, there was this pandemic. And there was shutdown, and MILT always was a face-to-face session. And when I was doing MILT Leadership Course, I, along with the 4 chapters, also introduced the Pune chapter. So we had 5 chapters in altogether. The 5 is Chennai, Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, and Kolkata. Now, as it was going very intensively, these courses, it only happens once in a year in a center. The reason is, Aparesh was the only trainer. Thereafter, I'm the only trainer in MILT, because Aparesh has got stringent rules to ensure that the trainer has the discipline and has the maturity to handle this program of this kind. Since I was with him for more than 15 years, I understood what was his requirement. I was able to adapt myself. So in the year 2020, in the month of March, pandemic struck and everything was thrown out of gear. That means MILT Leadership Course was not happening. So therefore, I need to sit back and think, how can I get this online? So therefore, I, with a small team of people, have got into designing this program, the 14-session MILT Leadership Course, to give it to people on an online platform. So therefore, the level 1 program is an 8-session program, where in this 8-session, people experience MILT to an extent. And then we had level 2, which takes them to the impromptu series of it, and now the level 3. That means we ensure that the participant gets all the intensity that they would have otherwise got in the MILT Leadership Course, the face-to-face session. Now, what is this Peak Performer Workshop? It's a live online session. And because being a live online session, it is not confined to the places of where MILT operates of the 5 chapters alone. Now, being an online program, it has gone across the country. Even to the remotest part of the country, people have enrolled themselves. This has been a blessing in disguise because of this pandemic. And we are able to take the intensity of MILT to people so that they can experience an intensive personal development program. And now, not only across the country, across the globe as well. People from various parts of the world could also do the program. And by virtue of these online, we are able to also get a sizable number of people from the Middle East. Therefore, an online Middle East chapter is there. Today, they attend programs in big numbers. So therefore, this online has really taken MILT across, because MILT vision statement is, let this world be a little better because I came here. So when Aparesh made this vision statement, he said, let this world be a little better when he was only operating in India. That means he foresaw that there will come a time that MILT will go across oceans as well. And now this MILT Leadership Course, which is now a MILT Peak Performance Workshop due to the online intervention, aims to develop people in all dimensions. Because if you want to be successful, if you want to experience human life, you cannot be developing only in a dimension or a couple of dimensions. We need to understand what are the dimensions and start working on our life. And that is where comprehensive growth happens. So therefore, MILT emphasizes on the dimensions of life. So therefore, lots of inputs, and the importance is given on physical dimension. Because without this physical body, we cannot execute many things. So therefore, we need this body. So therefore, physical discipline is one of the key components of MILT training. So therefore, physical dimension, a lot of inputs is given so that people can develop their physical dimension. And then there is yet another dimension, which is the emotional dimension. The reason is we have got emotions, and emotion gives us energy. Emotion is energy put in motion. So many of us do many things. The reason is because of emotions. If we don't have the emotions, we'll never get into act. So therefore, we have the emotions. Now, emotions, they say, is like electricity, very dynamic and can be erratic at times. So therefore, it needs to have a stabilizer. So therefore, the MILT Peak Performance Workshop and the MILT Leadership Course is about stabilizing people's emotion so that they can direct their emotions and help to achieve the goal and the purpose they've set themselves for, and not to be swung by the emotional swings. So therefore, taking charge of the emotion and developing stability is another dimension that MILT imparts in people through its training. The next dimension is the intellectual dimension. Well, we all have intelligence, and one component of intelligence is our intellect, wherein we take decisions, we decide, we determine, we discriminate. So therefore, our intellect has to be sharp. When I say sharp, it has to have the integrity. That means, am I taking decisions for my selfish benefits, or am I taking decisions to satisfy few people, or is my decisions to make everybody feel good, everybody experience goodness? So therefore, intellectual integrity is very important. That means we use the sharpness of the intellect to take decisions for the welfare of humanity and welfare of the creation. So therefore, we have been seeing 3 dimensions till now: physical, emotional, and intellectual. Now, there's another important dimension. MILT gives a lot of importance to it, and that is the spiritual dimension. Where he rightly said, we are all spiritual beings in a human form and just not human beings. So the moment we identify ourselves with a spiritual being, we experience growth. The moment we identify ourselves as a spiritual being, we use the body well, we use the emotions well, and we use our intellect well. So MILT is a psycho-spiritual training program. MILT programs are based on psychology. At the same time, there is a spiritual dimension to it. And that is where Aparesh Acharya laid emphasis on. Because lots of people have become very successful, highly recognized, but at the end of it, they were not happy people. So therefore, knowing how to handle success is very important. That's where the spiritual dimension gives the balance to the individual. So therefore, on these lines, this program has been conducted. And till now, more than 300 people have been trained in 18 batches. Now we are about to witness the grand finale of the batch PPW or Peak Perform batch number 18. We have 20 odd participants graduating. They have gone through a rigorous program of 8 sessions, and this is the 8th session. And after that commitment, because MILT programs, the Peak Performer program is not a knowing course, it's a doing course. So therefore, they have to meet the standards. And after going through the process, right now, they will be giving the speech of acceptance and they'll be present as Miltonians. Now, becoming a Miltonian is certainly a privilege because MILT gives people a platform for continuous growth. It is not about them attending a program and going away. We give opportunities for them to continuously grow. So here, through the alumni meets, through the conventions, and through various other forums. So therefore, to become a Miltonian is a privilege. As Aparesh Acharya always says, to become a Miltonian is easy. But what is it is to live a Miltonian and to die a Miltonian is what is important. When we say Miltonian, that means you're principle-centered. That means you're a person who experiences love as an energy. That means you're socially conscious. You're always looking for the betterment of the society. Whenever we work or talk to people, we don't think of WIIFM, what's in it for me, but we look at what's in it for the other, WIIFO. So on these lines, 20 people have been trained and they're going to give the speech of acceptance in this grand finale. After this grand finale, it goes on for 2 hours max. And from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, there is another program which tells what is personal development blueprint on personal development. That is from 6 to 8. And the link is different. So we log out at 5 p.m. over here and log in to that session. Now to conduct these sessions, we have got the Master of Ceremony. Now here, this program is going to be led, this grand finale is going to be led by 2 Miltonians who are called as the Master of Ceremony. And they'll be conducting these proceedings as MCs. Now, I would like to introduce each one of them, both of them. I'd like to introduce the first MC. This person, a very dynamic, a very successful person, full of energy from Bangalore and basically roots in Bangalore. And now with so much of energy, a BCom graduate, and now works as accounts manager in Print Tech Solutions India. This person did MILT PEP program and thereafter wanted to explore further. So the moment she came to know about a MILT Leadership Course, she immediately grabbed it through the Peak Performer and took part in it, the 13th batch. Right from that time onwards to now, she is there supporting the project. She is there reaching out MILT to others because MILT has impacted her and she wanted everybody to get impacted as well. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you the Master of Ceremony, one of the Master of Ceremonies for this grand finale. Let's welcome Miltonian Vidya Shetty. Can you give Vidya Shetty a big applause, please? Right. That is Vidya Shetty for you. Thank you so much, Vidya, for your constant support in wanting to take MILT across. Thank you so much. And now we have the second MC. This MC is again, did this program in the 13th batch in the month of June from Dubai. And right from the time this person did the program was always on his feet. Even in the session, I don't think he sat during the session. He was always standing because he is a man who really wants to experience the intensity of energy. An absolutely committed person. He is from Coimbatore, right now in Dubai. He's living in Dubai for the past 11 years. He's married to Niraja and blessed with one son, Pranav, who is 5 years. He is holding master's degree in computer application and working as an IT program manager for Alpha Team Group, UAE. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you the second MC. Let's welcome Miltonian Karthik Armugam. That is Karthik for you. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a great time for the next 1.5 hours. Keep yourself absolutely in the driver's seat because it's going to be an activity-based event where we are going to have the speech of acceptance from the people who are graduated and also from Miltonians, few of them who have taken up leadership roles, who have been contributing to the betterment of the society, and they'll also be addressing us. So therefore, I request you all to stay for the entire duration of the program. At the end of it, there's a cultural being organized by the participants. So would like you all to taste everything of the program, and it goes up to 5 p.m. Okay, after that, 6 p.m. onwards, we have the blueprint for personal development. So on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I hand over the floor and the proceedings to the master of ceremony, Karthik Armugam. Can you give Karthik a big applause? Yeah, Karthik.
Thank you, Jenny, for the kind introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon.
Very
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Glad to meet you all.
Good afternoon, Karthik.
Fantastic. And now we are going to witness the most exciting part of the grand finale. We as MCs will be calling the graduating performers one by one. The peak performers called will come and deliver the speech of acceptance for 1 minute. I repeat, for 60 seconds. Are we all ready?
Ready. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
ready.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Then let's move on. Keep the celebration on when I call upon the first peak performer to deliver the speech of acceptance. And here we go. My first call goes to someone who I found it very inspiring and vibrant. Every time I read her post on LinkedIn platform, I learn something new. I met this person about 10 years ago in the Toastmasters fraternity. Since then, I'm witnessing her growth virtually in different dimensions. She's living in Dubai with her family. She holds post-graduation in communications and journalism. Professionally, she's an ex-journalist and a writer and duality coach. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome with a thundering round of applause the first MILT peak performer for this evening, Nisha Sanjeev.
Hey, Nisha.
Thank you, Karthik. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so blessed to have given this opportunity to polish my leadership skills. My immense gratitude goes out to Ramesh for having seen and spotted this need in me and having facilitated this. I was a leader with absolute zero patience and zero tolerance for dilly-dalliers. I either gave up on them at the very first instance or gave them a piece of my mind, and either ways it did no good to any of us. But this past 1 month and this leadership course has helped me lead with humility. So going forward, I'm so determined to cultivate patience, tolerance, and meet people where they are and hold the space for them so that they can awaken to their own inner power and stand up to become masters of their destiny. And this opportunity I grab to also thank Danny for holding the space for me so that I could realize this and correct this and become a better leader. Good day to all of you. Thank you.
Hey, Nisha. Wow.
Come on, next one. Yeah, boy.
We are very sure, Nisha, you'll reach to great heights and keep the MILT spirit on.
So the next person I'm going to invite is a thorough professional and inspiration to all the career-minded individuals on how to excel professionally. A very positive and goal-oriented individual, and he's currently living in Dubai. He's a qualified engineer in electronics and telecommunications, and is currently working with Anritsu as a regional sales manager for Middle East, Africa, and Turkey region. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the MILT peak performer, Amish Mohan Boy.
Hello. I feel myself very deeply honored and be grateful a part of this MILT workshop, PPW batch 18. This course has brought a new confidence in my life. I was a person with a lot of worry and so on, but now we're following HR principle. I'm able to overcome all those worries which I had in my life. It gives me a clear thought of mind and clear, vision which I should follow. I would like to thank Chetan Bhatia, who introduced me to this course. And I would also like to thank Danny, who is such a great trainer with so much of experience. And he has shared so much good experience of his life. I would really like to thank all the participants of this batch. Thank you for being, giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's give a big applause. Come on, let's celebrate.
Hey, Amish. You can definitely see the MILT magic in you, and we wish you very all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Friends, hold on your breath. Now we have a very dynamic and the motivator who keeps the high energy around himself. He is from the Saudi Arabia, Riyadh city, who is a BBA graduate and ECE graduate, currently working as project manager in an MNC. Let's put our hands together for MILT peak performer Magesh Kumar.
Thank you so much. Thanks to everybody. Socrates says that the secret of change is all the energy, what you put not on the old one, it is on the new one. Change is something continuous, which brings construction as well as on the destruction. We must be very careful and sensitive in handling the change. Otherwise, we will get outdated. I did MILT very long back. Now, actually, I'm doing once again because I felt that I'm not polished very well after a long time. The key learnings, whatever I had in the MILT, is about on the HR principles, as well as how really we have to be very strong ourselves, how to focus in terms of energy instead of having a dissipated one. These are all major learnings for me in MILT. Once again, as I remind myself, friends, really, I'm going to transform myself. I resolve myself to transform myself in the coming years to develop myself further, as well as transform the society as much I can. Thank you very much.
Great, Mahesh. Great. Thank you, Magesh. Thank you, Magesh, for the wonderful speech of acceptance. As you said, the only constant thing in this world is a change, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
At the very moment that I met you last year in Harmony 21, I basically, I understood the energetic, how vibrant are you as a human and as a Miltonian. So glad to meet you once again on this platform, Mahesh. I'm really excited to invite the next peak performer. I met this wonderful human for the first time in Mumbai last December as part of the MILT biannual convention Harmony 2021. And as soon as I introduced myself during our dinner time, in no time, I felt as if I'm talking to my own sister. She's a bubbly and lovely and a cheerful leader. She's an MCOM graduate, joining us all the way from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Friends, with a thundering round of applause, let's welcome the MILT peak performer, Nandini Magesh Kumar.
Today is a wonderful day. Thanks to my husband for giving me this great opportunity and Mumbai convention. Really, I got admired and inspired by seeing the Mumbai convention. I decided on that day for the next convention, I should go as a Miltonian, not as a Miltonian wife. So for the further clarification, I approached Danny. Then he gave me more confidence to join me in. Immediately, without a second thought, I popped in. Next, after a long break, maybe 15 or 16 years back, after my MCOM, this is the first step I'm stepping into. Making this as a platform, I'll really explore new things in my life. And as I say that PPW, I did my level best for all the assignment. I dedicated and committed. I given my up to my the best. And coming to the human rights, I'll commit and I'll apply day to day in my life. I'll try to follow. And once again, thanks to all Miltonians. Thank you very much. And thanks for the wonderful opportunity. I'm really so blessed to part of this program. And thank you, Miltonians. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, Nandini, watch a speech of acceptance. We could really see your involvement in the harmony, as Karthik said, and you are a really wonderful woman. Wishing you all the very best and regards to your kids too.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Karthik. And I hope everything fine. So,
yes. So moving on. Now we have a person who is very ambitious and ready to go, who has ready to achieve great excels in life. He is our MRS boy, presently pursuing graduation in commerce. Let's put our hands together for MILT peak performer Lokesh.
Yeah, Lokesh.
Okay, good afternoon, one and all. Yes, having grown up in MILT itself is a boon in my life. And it is still continuing to contribute in my life and in my growth every time. This MILT Peak Performer workshop has opened my eyes in order to look towards the world and to myself in a different, broader perspective. Learning the HR principles and internalizing them in our day-to-day life has opened our eyes and given us an opportunity to win friends and influence people. This has also given a path, open a door to know the path of exploring oneself and to bringing out the leader in us. Besides this, I would like to thank Miltonian Deepa, who got me enrolled to this wonderful session, which has made me into a new person. And lots of thanks to trainer Danny and to my dear friends for making this session wonderful. Last but not the least, change is the only constant. Hence, MILT has brought a change in my life. Therefore, I take a resolve to bring a change in at least 4 people in a year and translate what I have learned from MILT in order to bring change in their life. Therefore, ultimately contributing to the motto of MILT, which says, let this world be a little better because I came here. Thank you.
That was
wonderful.
That was fantastic, Lokesh. Now we can see your growth and learning from MILT as a student, and we can definitely see an emerging leader in you, Lokesh, and wishing you all the best for all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik.
My next call goes to, I'm really thrilled to invite this person. Now, the next big performer who's very curious, determined, and socially committed woman. She's joining us from Simultala, Bihar. She's a postgraduate and currently working as a project head in MILT Charitable Primary School. We are happy to welcome the MILT peak performer, Mamta Gupta. Hey. Mamta.
First of all, I want to thanks to my MILT board members to give me this wonderful opportunity, and thank you to Daniel this unforgettable trainings. I'm really grateful to got this opportunity, and in this training I feel that I learned lots of things, and this is really working for my personal and professional life. And as we all say that, and I learned that the communications skills, this is really impactful for me because I have to talk everyday life to the community member, teachers and parents. And now I started to talk and follow the HR principles, terms of like it gave importance of the peoples and talk the term of their interest. This is really impactful. And if you are a leader, you have to convince to peoples. So now I must started to talking like this, and I am committed to this. Yeah, I follow these HR principles until my life, and convince to people contribute, because a small contribution can make big change. Thank you.
Hey, Mamata, thank you. Thank you so much. We could really see that MILT thing in you, and we wish you all the very best. And we are sending across warm regards to MRA School from here. So now we have a person who is very determined and down to earth. BTech engineer in computer science and MTech in IT, working as officer commercial system for Fly Dubai. He is from the city of gold, Dubai. Let's put our hands together for MILT peak performer Jathinder Singh.
Yeah, Jathinder.
We often have conflicting interests and subjective views about things. My old approach to problem solving was mainly focused on technical aspects of things and avoid dealing with the relationship side. But in last 1 month, I have seen my behavioral aptitude and knowledge improving because of human relation cards. In particular, the principle to show respect for other person's opinions and never telling a man he is wrong. Often when there is a difference in opinion, my natural tendency was to say that other person is wrong. But now I try to see things from other person's perspective and never tell that they are wrong. So this is helping me develop good rapport with people around me. I intend to take all the human relation principles into my personal and social life to develop good relationships with people and serve worthy causes. I would like to thank Mr. Ramesh Anand for suggesting me this wonderful course, and also our trainer Daniel Jacob for the wonderful training. Thank you.
Yes. Cheers for Jathinder. Thank you, Jathinder. We are so glad to hear that the MILT principles are already helping you, and you are becoming a better version of yourself. So thank you very much, and wishing you all the best. I'm so glad that this young woman joined the MILT fraternity at a very, very early stage of her life. I found her very ambitious, young, and energetic. She's currently pursuing chartered accountancy and joining us from Namma, Chennai, India. With a big round of applause, help me welcome the MILT peak performer, Amrita.
Hey. To be a great leader, we need not shout at someone, or being superior to someone is not necessary. One roar is enough for a lion. One decision is enough for a king. Likewise, a human being with love and spirituality, being concise is more than enough. Where I can't open up from to now I'm speaking and expressing myself is MILT made this possible. My heartfelt gratitude towards Velu uncle, who guided us to join in MILT, and Ramesh sir, who sponsored us to join in MILT. And I'm getting bored of getting failure. Now I'm challenging myself that in next 5 years, I shall in a position to help others by showing as a gratitude for people who supported me. Thank you.
Hey, Amruda.
Great.
What a great resolution. Thank you very much. And we wish you all the very best. We are there with you.
Thank you so much.
Now it's time to call a person who has all the braveness and who is ready to face all the storms in his life. He is an MBA graduate from Garden City, that is Bengaluru. Let's put our hands together for MILT peak performer Vishwas Suresh.
Yeah, Vishwas.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. I was reluctant to join the PPW series, but my uncle insisted that I join, and he said that he had changed his life because of this course. So I joined the course, and I was really fascinated by how Danny presents each session. The HR principles really is tremendous, and it gave me a different perspective to life. So I definitely will inculcate them in my life going forward. I met some interesting people in the course. My batch was really patient with me, and we shared our life stories, and it was really a good thing to hear about how some of the people have come up in their lives. So I really want to mention this. Thank Nisha. She's really a good leader, and yeah, all the best to you, Nisha.
Thank you.
And yeah, thanks to everybody for participating, and I came to know and heard from a lot of good people. Thank you.
Fantastic. Let's give it up for Vishwas. Thank you, Vishwas. We're glad that you took the decision to join this course. As Danny says, the real course starts from tomorrow when you finish the course after 4 weeks of intensive process and training. So wishing you all the best. And moving on, our next call goes to someone I found it ever ready to fight the battle. Very powerful human. And interestingly, she's serving the profession that we all have a huge respect for, teaching. Teachers encourage the minds to think, hands to create, and hearts to love. She's joining us from Bengaluru, and a BA and B.Ed graduate, currently working as a teacher at Naukis Education Center. Ladies and gentlemen, with a thundering round of applause, let's welcome the MILT peak performer, Anuradha.
Thank you, Karthik. Hi, friends. It feels so great to be standing here in front of you all with a very evident change in my personality. Now, the idea that came up to my mind, a leader is one who brings out leadership qualities in others too. That was so enlightening by Daniel. Thanks to Danny and MILT training that changed many perspectives in mine. And most importantly, I learned how different concepts of life like communication, psychology, spirituality, emotions, experience, and the knowledge that we have, how can it be blended in the right proportion to make us out a great leader? For the past 1 month, every week I would emerge out like a new person with complete focus, confidence, and channelized thoughts. And also the most important thing is the timing and the impact of words that we can have on somebody. For them, it could be life-changing. Now, I'd like to thank even my Seema ma'am, my vice principal, school vice principal, who felt I could make use of this course and introduced me to MILT. Once again, thank you, Daniel, for bringing out the perfect leader in me. Thank you.
Hey, Anuradha.
Great.
We are very sure that you are gonna be a contributor in many people's life, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Vidya. Thank you.
So now we have a very ambitious youngster who is a BCom graduate, currently working as Senior Operations Executive in Glory Colors. He is from the city of Garden City from Bengaluru. Let's call MILT peak performer Manjunatha.
First of all, I want to say thank you very much to Miltonian Grahadure sir and Priya madam to give me this wonderful opportunity to join the MILT course. Before joining this course, I was like a knife with less sharpness. But in this course, Daniel Jacob sir and other trainers are trained us and sharpened us very well. And they have guided whenever we step into a wrong side. And also we learned lot of behavior skills and also leadership skills through them. In MILT course, HR principles are very great thing. With a single line, they taught us lot of big lessons. And also HR meetings are made very good positive impact on us. My learning journey has get boosted by this course. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Manjunatha. We really appreciate your kindness and also recognizing the power of MILT program. And I'm sure, as a young leader, I'm sure you're going to make the world a better place. Thank you, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
The next person I'm going to invite, I should say she's a superhuman, because she's like a human magnet who attracts all the like-minded people and gets inspired for good. She's a very enthusiastic and highly creative person. We're glad to have this young woman being part of this MILT fraternity at this stage, and she's joining us from Chennai. She's currently pursuing chartered accountancy. Friends, let's welcome with a round of applause MILT peak performer Nisha.
Hey. Thank you. First and foremost, I want to thank Babu sir, Ramesh sir, who has paid 20,000 rupees for me and my sister. For us, 40,000 rupees is not at all small money. I'm grateful for that money, for that help till my last breath. The MILT course has brought many changes in my mind and in my life also. Among all the points, one point strikes my mind often is that even if the world says you are wrong, but the person inside you says you are right, then you are right. Even if the world says you are right, but the person within you says you are wrong, you are wrong. Following all the HR principles, I would like to resolve here that I will see the good things in everything, and I will offer my 2 years for some people for some time without collecting money. Thank you.
Hey, Nitisha.
Hey.
Congratulations. And MILT
Great,
is the place
great.
where first you will evolve yourself and then you will contribute to others' life. I think you have got that. Thank you. So now we have a person who is ever ready to fight against the tough times. He is a BE graduate and working in Siemens Limited. He is from the city of Temples, Chennai. Let's welcome MILT peak performer Sarvanan Jayaraman.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On 5th of February 2022, when I joined this peak performance workshop, myself completely surrendered to Mr. Daniel. I have committed myself to develop self-confidence via practice. Also, I'm learning with these HR principles, human relations principles, and human relations meetings. This platform gives me is wonderful for me. It's an opportunity to put myself open to talk. This platform gives me a wonderful opportunity. My feelings, everything, emotions, everything went out. I'm happy to say that. And also I started to improve my intellectual skills via this program. Finally, make myself invisible to visible to the society. Thank you, Mr. Danny, for this wonderful leadership course. And thank you, Mr. Magesh, to share this link to join in this workshop. Thank you very much.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Sarvanan for you. Thanks a lot, Sarvanan, and we can see the commitment in you and the course that made the impact in your personality. So wishing you the best and keep going. So now I'm thrilled to invite the next peak performer who believes learning is a lifelong commitment. He never says no if someone approaches him for any help. I found him very energetic and enthusiastic, and I believe he must be probably 20 years old mentally. And about his physical age, I leave it for your imagination. He's joining us from the God's own country, Kerala, India. He's a BCom graduate and working as a management consultant. Ladies and gentlemen, with a thundering round of applause, help me welcome the young 20 years old MILT peak performer, Garani.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A young boy, Narendran, he was born intelligent and he was brave. But the wisdom inside him could not come out until he met Swami Sri Ramakrishna. Vivekananda became wise. The wisdom could come out only after meeting Sri Ramakrishna. So my immense gratitude to Mr. Bharani Krishnan, who introduced me to MILT and Aparesh Acharya in the year 2003. And again, second time, 2 months back, the same Bharani Krishnan connected me with the PPW. Thank you, Bharani. Thank God. Thank you, everybody. And I could change my, I was called as an arrogant guy until I joined MILT. And I can see not only it is not my commitment, but the people around me see the change. And therefore, I promise everybody, and I promise to myself, I promise to myself that I will live by the principle that let this world be a little better because I came here. Thank you. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, fantastic.
Your name.
Let's get a big applause.
Congratulations, Unni. So moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, now we have a highly skilled and always carries an enthusiasm with a big smile on his face. He is from the Hyderabad, MTech in Environment Management, MSc in Industrial and Hygiene and Safety, and again MSc in Ecology and Environment. Currently a Director in Environment, Health and Safety, Nectar Private Limited. Let me call upon MILT peak performer Sundara Babu Ramachandran.
Very good afternoon to all. First of all, thanks to Daniel for putting this program in the virtual platform. Since I got an opportunity to participate this peak performer workshop from home, and the timing is perfect during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and I could able to balance my work, family, and as well as personal development through this course. This course has numerous content, the spiritual and effective communication and human relationship principle, and building the relationship and importance of paying back to the society. A leader who contributes in the lives of people and makes the difference. And leader has a power to empower others. Communication is everything. How we can able to communicate precisely in the short time of period and effectively, which makes a leader. My personal takeaway and personally like the 3A constitution in this principle: accept the other person as such without measuring, adjust and likes and other dislikes of other person, and appreciate the person's in view. So whoever applies this definitely can build the relationship, human relationship principles, applying and living by that example. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Sundara Babu. We can see the human relationship principles reflection in you. Thanks for highlighting and appreciating the HR principles and how this is going to make us live a better life going forward. Thank you and wishing all the best. So let me call upon the next peak performer, who's very humble and is a great human. He's a thorough professional, is very goal-oriented industrialist, joining us from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. He's a qualified mechanical engineer and associated with RV Machines Tools. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, help me welcome the MILT peak performer, Venkatesh Balakrishnan.
Thank you, Karthik. Good evening, everyone in this platform. I am really grateful and fortunate to have attended this peak performer workshop. It is not only supported my communication, but tremendously support my confidence level. In any profession, communication is the most important to deliver our subject to convince our customers, but which may help at the time of materialize. But create emotional bonding for long association along with communication to make people think your way, for we need to follow the human relationship principles. MILT tremendous service not only does Mr. Daniel teach communication at high level, but he also strengthens our personal and professional lives via human relationship principles. I sincerely thank Mr. Daniel for his amazing and dedicated commitment to the people and the society. Thank everyone in this PPW shop 18 batch. Thank you.
I agree with you, Balakrishnan, and I am very much sure that human relationship cards gonna play a major role in the day-to-day life. So now we have a last but not the least, a performer and a highly knowledgeable who is done PhD in pharmaceutical science and currently working in biotech R&D department. He is from the city of Hyderabad. Let us welcome MILT peak performer Palakshi.
Hi friends, I'm very fortunate to be part of this peak performer workshop. I thank Ramesh for introducing me to this program and Vinod who let me know core importance of leadership qualities within me and to nurture, especially opportunities and ownership and making empower others. The entire session start and realize too, knowing or willing or having desire is not enough. Have to have discipline in human relationships and practice. Then only you can achieve the purpose of this program. Thank you, Daniel, for your wonderful sessions and high energy levels. My take-home traits from this program are empower others and my social responsibilities to contribute. Friends, finally, I would like to make sure that it is going to be a standout as one of the best moments in my life of transformation. Once again, thank you, Milt.
Thank you, Palakshi. Thanks for highlighting the leadership qualities, and definitely leaders are the ones who empower the team and lift others as they grow. Appreciated.
So Karthik, what do we have next? Should we?
Yeah, probably we have quite a lot of speakers for the keynote speech and the special appearance. So
Yes.
Let's hand over the podium to Daniel.
Thank you very much for the opportunity and thank you everyone. Over to you, Danny.
Right. Thanks, Vidya and Karthik, for your master ceremony. Well, this is a special day. In fact, every graduation or every grand finale is a very important moment because leaders are born. We say today is a birthday. When we say birthday, it's not about coming from the womb of the mother or one day in a year. Birthday is starting point of growth. So therefore, this should be a birthday in many people's life, that you identified a dimension in your life and you started to grow and expand. I'm also very, very happy this evening in this grand finale that we have a mentor over here. So I'd like our mentor, Operation Acharya, to be spotlighted. And thanks to Durai for having our mentor over here. Okay, so we have Operation over here. Thank you so much, Operation. Thank you so much for your Operation. Okay. Thank you. And Aparesh is 85 years and he is on his feet. He's retired from training, but he's been one person who has shaped the lives of thousands of people. And I've been a very fortunate person to be trained by him. Thank you so much, Aparesh, for being over here this evening. And also thanks to Durai for taking time off to have Aparesh over here. And after this, Durai is going to take Aparesh to the Bengaluru alumni meet.